And because words have power, the Twin Hearts meditation is really powerful. What the body is just body.
Mm.
You won't. If I die today, my name is Shahwana, and you hear Shahwana, oh, no more. You come to my funeral, you will not even address me as Shahwana. My name is even gone. We'll just, oh, we've come to pay respect to the body. Can we see the body? Can we bury the body? Can we cremate the body? What happened to the me side which kept the body alive?
It went somewhere.
That is what we call the soul. So now we come to the third aspect, which is called the manifestation series, which everybody needs money.
Yes.
Yes, it's all about success, abundance, prosperity. We have 2 workshops in that, the spiritual business management, no, 3 years actually, Kriya Shakti and Pranic Feng Shui. These are the 3 ones which we have, sitting in the right direction. I'll come to Feng Shui quickly. Sitting in the right direction, facing the right direction, having your beds facing the right direction, having the right opening of your doors and business and work.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear viewers and listeners. Welcome back to yet another episode of Beauty Lies Beyond podcast with me, Miriam Rose. I'm joined today in studio by a returning guest. I will allow her to introduce herself, and today we are going to take the topic a notch higher than the last one. I will link the previous episode in the description below so that you can watch and be able to understand what we're talking about. So welcome and stay tuned. Welcome, Shahwana.
Thank you, Rose, for having us back again. So my name is Shahwana Khanam. I am part of the Pranic Healing community, which is connected in East Africa and globally also, by the way, and in more than 150 plus countries today.
Wow.
So we are connected to the World Pranic Healing and the Institute of Inner Studies. So my job is to just create awareness about pranic healing, what is energy healing, and what are the concepts and what can benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think, is something which interested you the last time also, and maybe some of the viewers also got a little bit intrigued about understanding the energy concept, and maybe we can elaborate a bit more on that.
Yes, we will. Certainly. I was just telling you before we started filming that I feel like I started this podcast only purposely to meet you, because since I met you, I have learned all these books. I don't know if these books are you viewers can see. I've learned all these classes. My spiritual life has grown. I've actually become more peaceful and calm and more clear. And until you said it is when I was like, maybe that's actually what's happening. So much has changed. I have become a far much better person than I was before. And I thought I was okay. So there's so much growth in my life. So thank you so much. Pranic Healing has really changed my life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rose, for listening and understanding. The word is, people come for workshops in many levels. There are mindful workshops offered. There are spiritual series offered in many, many different schools and organizations. What makes Pranic Healing stand out is that there are manuals given with every workshop, which you have rightly indicated. And what makes Pranic Healing a little bit more clearer, as I would say, is that it has the workshop plus it has a backup system where we also have certified programs. And the practice is what makes people change. And coming for a workshop, doing the workshop, listening to what can be offered is one level of change. But the bigger changes which actually take place is when somebody picks up the book and then starts practicing the techniques. So we can start with the healing series, for example.
Yeah, there are like 3 series: the healing, the spiritual, and manifestation.
Yes, and they're divided into many categories from there. There's like little sub layers of it.
Okay.
So the first class which we actually teach is the miracles through pranic healing, which is called the level 1 basic pranic healing class. The level 1 basic class pranic healing class is basically based on the principle of healing, based on the principle of energy, invisible force of energy. So the book is actually called Miracles Through Pranic Healing. You can buy this book on your own also and read it. And if you feel like you need to practice, of course, you can. But why do you need to come to the workshop? Because when you come to the workshop, you understand the detailing of the protocols, you understand the anatomy of the energy body, you understand what are chakras, what are auras. And the beautiful part of the thing is that the teacher, which is called, his name is Grandmaster Chokok Sui, he's got his, this is the book which he actually wrote first and experimented on it, did a lot and lot of research on it. And the teacher really tried to make it simplified matter. So why did he want to do this in the first place? So the history is that he saw a lot of people suffering. There's a lot of health issues. People are unable to, come out of their pain, sorrow, suffering physically. But is this physically only? Then the research, he went into understanding that it's not, the physical pain is directed because there's some emotional pain behind the scene. And where did this emotional pain come from? I'll go and explain it a little bit. And then there is a mental pain associated because there's a memory. So I'm going to give you a very, very simple example. A person was going through a lot of headaches. Then the headaches ran into becoming a migraine headache. Now, many people suffer from this migraine headache. It is a physical condition, yes, but what we don't understand is it's usually emotionally connected. So, study. You read, you talk to the person and say, when does these headaches normally occur? That person happens to be an accountant, works in a very, very auditing firm and all that. When does the more attacks happen? Usually towards end of the month, or severe attacks happen when the person is about to do the KRA returns. They have deadlines with a lot of clients, and they have to now submit their closure returns and all that. And that person was, it was already hindering their job, because out of 1 month the person had to be absent at least a day or more sometimes, especially during the June July period. And the bosses were very upset with him and saying, every time you do this, it's not him. What was the reason? It was the peer pressure of being stressed. Yes.
Yeah.
The stress is so much. And then he had 2 children in the house. He has a wife who needs his attention. He had a mother who was not feeling well. And he really needed the job. But at the same time, when he comes home, it's like he doesn't have time to relax. And when there are deadlines, he's working late. The wife is already getting upset. And during those days, the pressure of the stress was so high. And that was triggering his migraine. You get me?
Yes.
So, how could he handle his stress? How can he manage his stress? So, when he came for pranic healing for help, so the tackle is to make sure that you make the person also be aware what they're going through. So, he recognized, yes, during the stress period, I have this. What do you do for it? Nothing.
Or take painkillers, yeah.
I pop pills.
Yeah.
I get angry with my wife. I go in a dark room. I sleep for hours, neglecting my children, neglecting my wife, feeling guilty after that because I missed work. And again, the morning I'm going back to work, I have so much more to tackle. The books are waiting, the accounts are waiting. And it was a very, very stressful situation. From that, the person, because of taking so many painkillers on and on and on, also started developing now acidity.
Yeah. Also.
So when they started developing acidity, they were not able to eat the right foods. They were eating food, and then suddenly the guy would get acidity. So food was again. So now malnutrition was also hitting it. Fatigue was hitting it. Lack of feeling good was not there anymore. Yes, relationships are going to go crazy. So you see, one overall headache is not just a headache. There's so much more behind the scenes we don't look. And because we are so busy, we want to hide ourselves from all these issues. The person then started taking alcohol without other people knowing, like his wife. Go in the room, I want to shut myself up. And he would take, a glass of half a whiskey. The half a whiskey started becoming almost half a bottle. And that almost was going to hit to an addiction state. Already the person is not well. Already all this drama is happening. And now you want to add more problems. You see? Why was he taking the whiskey? Because it helped him soundproof from other things.
Yeah.
It made him go into his own space, and he thought, I'm a safe space for a couple of hours, not knowing it's worsening his condition. That is the time he realized, I need help. I'm glad this individual probably was aware. Others are not.
Mm.
Others go in a mess. Everything goes bad. So when they wanted help, so they came to a counselor who happens to be also knowing about holistic healings and all that. So that person advised them, I can talk to you, I can try and help you. But do you know you have an energy body, which is an invisible force on every human being,
Mhm.
which we are referring to as an aura. And do you know you have chakras? You have energy centers which are rotating, which are called chakras, which supply fresh pranic energy, which prana is, we have talked about it in our other series. Prana is the life force which we get from the air, the earth, the sun naturally. And that is what keeps your body alive.
Mm.
But apart from the physical form, it also embeds all the memory of your stress which you're going through, anger, resentment, feeling failure, because now there was guilt.
Mm.
You get me?
Yes.
And slowly the addiction, now you're attracting the lower frequency of energy, which will make you feel addicted. Do you know, by cleaning these energy centers, by revitalizing these energy centers, by reviving them, your condition can improve.
Yeah.
So this person actually took that as seriously. I'm glad he did, because he didn't want to lose his wife. He was not happy that he's not spending much time with his children. And he loved his work and he didn't want to, you know.
Mm.
So anyway, the person sought pranic healing. So seeking pranic healing, what was applied? It was applied first, we do something called psychotherapy healing. This is another healing series.
Yes.
So we have the book here, right here, which is the Pranic Psychotherapy series. We actually talk about emotional disorders, stress, how to help somebody who's going through alcohol addictions, cigarette addictions. We help people who are going maybe through depression, because this was already case leading to that.
Mm.
So it was a combination of everything, which was hindering not just his physical health, emotional health, mental health, relationship, finances,
Mm.
everything. With one headache, was he was going through
Wow.
all that.
Mm.
So application of pranic psychotherapy was applied by the healer to remove energies of feeling low, feeling I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough, stress energies. So all that started happening for maybe 20 sessions or so. Now, during that 20 sessions, the person was taught to do deep abdominal breathing. People really take granted this breath God has given us, the breath of life. Remember when Jesus said, somebody touched his hem, just going from the Bible story, when he was climbing stairs or something, and a lady came and held his hem, not even him.
Mm.
And Jesus stopped and said, someone has touched me and life has come out of the breath. He was talking about the breath. He knew somebody touched him. And this lady said, it is I, my Lord, and I am healed. You get me?
Yeah.
She had a blood disorder and she knew she had faith.
Mm.
You see that the word is faith. She had faith by touching the Lord's robe. I will get healed. But Jesus was a very, very powerful healer.
Yes.
You get me? But he also said in one of the chapters here in the book, it says, "Go heal the world." He actually said it in the Bible. Go heal the world. So whatever skills you are having, you heal the world. Either
Yeah.
you're a doctor, you're a psychologist, you're a holistic healer. Go out and heal the world. You can even pray for somebody,
Mm.
and things change. How come they change? Because there is some divine energy influences your aura, influences your chakras, removing the old patterns out and replenishing it with freshness and positivity.
Mm.
So this case happened like this. This is one case, and we have many others like this.
Yeah.
So the person then learned how to do deep abdominal breathing, which I will highly advise all the viewers. Please, please do not take your this breathing for granted, which we do. Right now, I'm sitting here, I'm inhaling, exhaling. Naturally, it's happening. If this breath stops, it's the end of me.
Yeah.
And that's the time you value the breath. No?
Yeah.
Especially if you put somebody's head under the water and they can't breathe for a few seconds, what will they want most?
Yeah. Yeah. Breath.
It is
them to
breath,
breathe. Yeah.
because that's what you live on, that's what you survive on. And pranic healing is about breathing. It's about the breath.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
So when you inhale, it's just the viewers, I'm just going to share with them. You inhale deep abdominal breathing, not chest breathing. When you do deep abdominal breathing, because you have to get something back from this forum, you imagine there is this brilliant light coming into your system. You hold your breath. And then when you exhale, focus on the area which you always feel this pain, the area which you feel this discomfort. And 99% of the people say the area is this. And this is what we call the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is connected to the emotional, psychological effect of it is emotional. Anything emotional triggers you, this is the guy which goes a little haywire. And because it controls your major organs, your stomach is there, the liver is there, the pancreas is there, the heart is very close, the large small intestines are very close. The major organs are controlled by this guy. And it starts getting a little messy, or as in pranic healing language, we call it congestion. Or in the pranic healing language, we say the chakra becomes super overactivated with energies of stress, energies of fear and worry. It constricts you. That's where anxiety starts happening. Because when it gets very big, it tightens your diaphragm, tightens your chest. Your heart is like tightened, it's like somebody has squeezed it. And that's where you feel, I'm really having, anxiety, a panic attack. But actually, it's got to do with your chakra, which has now become a little bit too overwhelmed. It's filled up with energy which is unwanted, which can,
Yeah.
make you feel uneasy. So that's what the healer did. Yeah. Teaching this person to do breathing, deep abdominal breathing, relax that person. When you relax, when you close your eyes and then you relax and say, okay, I'm going to sit in this position for at least 5 minutes. The first few days are difficult.
Yeah.
Because the human body and the human program is, you close your eyes, you're already thinking, oh, I need to do such and chores, I have this meeting to attend, my phone is ringing. So many diversions happen. You get me?
Yeah.
So the first few days are difficult, but then you get the rhythm of it because your body starts enjoying the me time. Mindfulness is very important, and the only way you can do the mindfulness and awareness is when you are still. When you are still, when you're quiet, you can listen, you can feel you. And that's why in Psalm chapter 46, verse 10, in the Bible it says, be still and know that I am God. One of my very favorite verses from the Bible.
Yeah.
And you wonder, okay, what does this really mean? This is what it means. When your mind is quiet, when you're still, you have awareness. When you have awareness, you understand, what I'm doing is correct, what I'm doing is not correct. How can I rectify my behavior? What do I need to do?
Yeah.
What do I need to change it myself? It's almost like you're talking to God, because there is peace, there's stillness. Remember when we go to the riverside or maybe the ocean, when the water is very rough, you can't really see anything. But when the boat stands in a place where the water is not rough, it's very quiet, it's very still. And if you look down, you can even probably see the sand under and maybe fish even. And it's such a beautiful feeling. That's the stillness of the mind is not still. The mind is a monkey brain. You need to learn how to still the mind.
So the guy learned how to.
The guy learned with breathing to quieten his mind. So he was given a task 3 times a day, 5 minutes on the dot. You just need to practice breathing. Nothing else. And he was wondering, such a simple technique? Yes, such a simple technique took a turnover on his life. So sit down, you do pranic breathing. We call it pranic breathing because you allow pranic to come in, the prana, and then you exhale the unwanted energy. So it's a simple technique. It's just like this. You close your eyes, you connect your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you do deep abdominal breathing. You inhale, not just abdominal breathing. Imagine the white light going inside your body. You exhale. You mentally say, I release the stress out. If there's a pain in the body, then you focus on that part and you say, I release this pain out. 5 minutes on the dot. After that, you open your eyes and you feel like you had gone very far. Actually, go inward. You don't really go any far. You go inward. So when he was doing this, he realized he was more calmer.
Mm.
And then the healer started applying pranic healing on the person. Apart from applying this pranic psychotherapy to remove elementals, thought forms, weaknesses, we call them like that. You learn the terms when you come to the class. You're removing this stress out, you're removing this fear out, you're removing this addiction out, you're removing this anxiousness out of the person. You're balancing the chakra with new energies of peace, calmness, and you're trying to make the chakra go to the balance stage, how it should be rotating. After 20 minutes of this healing, the person actually started feeling much better.
Yeah.
Then she tackled the migraine headache after that, because you have to remove the cause.
Mm.
You can't just start saying, okay, I'll remove the pain with pranic healing. You just sweep the energy out wherever it's affected on the head, because you used to have a really throbbing pain. You remove the cause. The cause was not the headache. The cause was stress, the fear, whatever he was going through. So we dealt with that through pranic breathing, with pranic psychotherapy, and then applied the advanced pranic healing technique, which we have the book again here, which is
Yes.
called the color therapy healing. This is a stage 2 which you learn how to use colors. I think, Miriam, you have attended this workshop,
Yes.
and you realize the color chart here. The good thing about our school is that everything is written in detail. There are manuals with it. It explains to you the properties of each color. And I find that really incredible.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't get that anywhere else. Yes.
Yeah.
And that really gave this person, okay, so they started removing the contaminated, dirty, diseased energy, as we would call it, accumulated in the brain cells, accumulated in certain chakras which are connected to the head area, of course, to the solar plexus, which is connected to the stomach, the liver. Remember, he also had acidity because of taking excessive pills and then all the other wrong foods that the person started eating. And then they removed all this energy contamination. 20, 30 healings were applied during the session. The person overturned completely a different person. Yes?
Yeah.
Another thing which happened was we also teach them that meditation on twin hearts. Okay, to peace, calmness. Bless your problems. What are you going through? I'm going through anxiety. I'm going through depression. I'm going through, maybe somebody is feeling financially strained. You know, why don't you sit down? And the prayer, the meditation twin hearts, you believe in it so much. You know how beautiful it is.
Yes.
The twin hearts meditation is with the words of Saint Francis of Assisi prayer.
Yeah.
And you wonder, why did they choose these words? Because words have power. Why? Example. So if somebody walks into a room, like this morning, you're complimenting me. Oh, Shahwana, you look nice. My reaction is a happy reaction because I felt good. It's your words. But what happens if you told me, Shahwana, my goodness, what the hell are you wearing? You look terrible. How would my reaction be?
It would
Opposite.
shrink you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I would not probably be doing this interview and feeling good about you.
Mm.
Why? Because your words.
Mhm.
It's the words have power. So watch what you say and do. Our teacher always teaches us. Because words can ruin everything. Waking up in the morning and telling your child, I love you, can change the whole day for that child. A husband telling his wife, or a wife telling her husband or parents, I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Remember, I'll miss you and I love you. Just those two words. No matter what happens during the day, even the traffic jam, umeshikilia hapo urupak, yeah, uru highway rather, you are stuck in there, you will not feel it.
Mm.
Because you started your day with a happy love note.
Yeah.
And the Twin Hearts meditation is about love.
Mm.
Okay, Master
Yeah.
Chua says, smile, it's all about love. My teacher is really incredible. And you sit in this position, you visualize the planet Earth in front of you. In that planet Earth, you live. In that planet Earth, your family is there, your work is there, your city is there, your country is there, your government officials are there, everything. Instead of cussing them, why don't you start blessing? You get me?
Yeah.
So you sit in this position, and then the meditation is, Lord, make me an instrument of healing. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. So when you're blessing, you bless from your heart chakra. The heart chakra is where the love is. Without love, nothing can get done.
Mm.
So you focus first on your heart chakra, bringing in love for others. So the whole world is there. 7 billion people live on this world. We don't know everyone. There are trees, There's a plantation kingdom, there's an animal kingdom, there's a water kingdom, there's a sea kingdom, and you're blessing everyone.
Mm.
20 minutes of goodness. This is also your me time
Yeah.
because you're away, you're alone, sitting in your thoughts. You focus on the planet Earth and you say, Lord, make me an instrument of healing. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. And then you visualize people changing. You visualize people stopping the crazy war which is going on. You visualize the government actually being very helpful for the growth of the country. Infrastructure on the roads are being done. People get jobs. You bless your own working places. You may having a nasty boss, for example, and every day you have an issue with this gentleman or woman. What do? You visualize them becoming more kind. You bless them with light. Where is there is sadness, let me soul. So you don't know what the person has come from that
Mm.
day. Maybe they're really having a bad time at home.
Yeah.
So the meditation helps you focus with a prayer directing it to the planet Earth. And it's a universal prayer, nothing to do with any religion or caste or anything. Why did the teacher use this? Grandmaster Chok Oksui used this specific prayer because he said words have power. And because words have power, the Twin Hearts meditation is really powerful.
Yeah.
You've done it several times, I
Yeah, I
think,
have.
and you know it. And we offer this to the public. I mean, you can share. My friend Rose will be sharing the link. Every Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. Kenya time, we do offer this meditation to the public, and you can join it. So this person started doing the meditation. We're still having the person there, and then he would visualize he's going to work. He's more productive. His family, there is love. He's spending more time the way he wants to do the work, and he wanted to start visualizing. It's a visualization, and it's a blessing.
Mm.
I think it took 3-4 months, and there was a very, very high change in the person. First, interestingly, those 3 months, the person had very mild headaches, not the crazy ones.
Mm.
His performance in work increased. He was more focused. He also got a promotion, I'm told, after 6-7 months,
Wow.
and he was given an assistant. You see, the universe works in amazing way. In amazing. That means he had more time.
Yes.
Now he had more time for his children. He had more time for his parent, his wife, and for himself, which
Yeah.
was important.
Yeah.
And he became an occasional drinker.
Mm.
He liked his whiskey, but doesn't mean he was drinking every day. He was drinking probably once a week or whenever they went out for parties or something. So he became that, enjoyed his whiskey, but with occasional,
Moderation.
enjoying it, not drinking out of depression.
Yeah. Mm.
And there was a huge change. This is one case. We can share many cases like, but
Maybe.
it's a transformation. Not just the healer can help you. You have to help yourself. There's certain things the person had to do, like physical exercises, go for yoga class, for example,
Mm.
or go for a gym, do the breathing 3 times a day as prescribed. Once a day, do Twin Hearts meditation. Yeah, forgive, let go, try and eat healthy. Everything plays a part in well-being. It's
Mm.
not only pranic healing. Pranic healing is one way.
Yeah.
But if you combine the whole things, and you have pranic healing,
Mm.
then your acceleration of progress is faster. Without it, it is there, but it'll take time.
Mm.
That's all I'm going to say.
Before we finish that last part on the healing, what types of ailments has pranic healing helped accelerate the healing?
Yeah. First of all, disclaimer, pranic healing is not a replacement for medical diagnosis. Pranic healing is not going to replace any medicines. It's not going to say to you, don't go to the doctors or anything. No, it's a complement.
Mhm.
So we don't cure, we help the treatment and the person get healed faster if they combine pranic healing with their medical diagnosis and all that. Okay. For example, cancer patients have had a remarkable recovery with pranic healing,
Yeah.
as for without.
Mhm.
Because with cancer patients, when they're going for their chemotherapy treatment, radiotherapy treatment, um, we clean the cocktail of the chemo before it's implied in the person, removing side effects. So that's one level.
Yeah.
The other level is a person always if somebody comes and tells them, oh, by the doctors has said first stage cancer, second, the person mentally they think, oh my God, I'm going to die. Automatically stress comes in, fear comes in, worry comes in, and that is not good for cancer cells because they aggravate.
Yeah.
And you are sending a signal to the mind, telling your mind, I'm going to die. What do you think happens? The system automatically starts shutting down, thinking, okay, this is the end.
Yeah.
I'm giving up. So, how does pranic healing help that person? It's with application of pranic psychotherapy to help the person remove that fear, anger, resentment, teach the person to enhance meditation and forgiveness to oneself, to others. Maybe they're holding so much resentment and they don't know what to do with it. And that's how the cancer, comes in the first place, because of wrong food, wrong diets, wrong lifestyles. You get me? Anger, hatred, resentment. That's how cancer cells starts aggravating in the body. So now you're trying to remove those patterns and you're trying to replenish it with clean energy. When they go for medical treatment, the healing is faster.
Yes. Makes sense.
No, we've had many treatments with cancer patients and we've seen remarkable results with them. So there is a whole protocol here of cancer. I think you've read this book, and we have a whole protocol on cancer.
Yeah.
And one of the things which we are going to talk about when before even anything happens to me and you and everybody else is preventive healing. And there are protocols here for preventive healing, and they are very simple ones. You see, it talks about, and if you look at this book, if I'm talking about preventive healing, and interestingly, I just opened the book, which is preventing healing means what? If I read the topics here for you, proper diet. The first one is talking about proper diet. That's preventive healing for any ailment. It's talking about proper breathing techniques, which I was just sharing just now.
Yeah.
It talks about sufficient proper exercises. People really neglect exercise, And I think COVID was not a great thing which happened, but something good also came out of there. People became more aware of health.
Yeah.
People started eating healthy. People started exercising. Today, when I walk through James Gishuru Road, because I live somewhere there, I never saw joggers the way I see now. People early in the morning are jogging. Sundays, we have clubs here like Jeffrey's walking clubs and all that.
Yeah.
And I see people, on the go. And that's already a fantastic sign to show that people are now getting aware. This was not happening before COVID. There was, but not this
Very few.
awareness. So then the topic talks about proper etheric hygiene. Etheric hygiene is what you clean your aura. You keep your aura clean, you keep your chakras clean, because the energy before it enters your physical body goes into your energy body first. So if your body is clean, it's already preventing energy contamination, stress, fear, whatever you're going through, bacteria, viruses, before it enters into your physical body, you've gotten rid of it.
Okay.
That's what it means here, etheric hygiene. Preventing healing also means proper emotional and thoughts, emotional and mental hygiene. What are you thinking? Are your emotions pure? Are you always angry? Are we feeling jealous? Are we comparing ourselves to others? Do we feel frustrated every time somebody else is getting an increment or getting popular? What are my thoughts? Am I jealous? Do I want to take revenge? Those are thoughts you should control. Am I always angry at my family? Do I take them for granted? Am I always angry the way I talk to my house help, or how I talk to my mother-in-law, or how I talk to my own parents, for example?
Yeah.
Or how I talk to my children? That's emotional.
Or to
Where
yourself.
does it come? Or to yourself, of course. Where does this all come from? It comes from emotional embedded childhood traumas. It comes from the cells of the system which has picked up these patterns. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe somebody told you as a child. Maybe you failed a few exams and then you brought in wrong numbers. And then the childhood story was, oh, what is wrong with you? You're so bad. Comparing you to your brother, sister, your neighbor's children. Parents sometimes don't realize this.
Yeah.
And if this happened, those are patterns which are in your system. Now you don't know how to deal with them. You think I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough. When you grow up, that's what you're relating to others. Because that anger in you are not able to express it, you are not able to share with anyone. It comes out. It comes out like, I am not good enough. So You say something, it's a personal attack. Anger
Mm.
comes.
Mm.
So you have to control your emotions and mental. But if you have training, then you can do that.
Yeah,
If I just say to you, control it, and somebody will ask me, how do I do
that's
this?
true.
Please, can you teach me? One of the ways is breathing. When you start doing the breathing, be aware. Ask questions like, why did I get annoyed with my mother, for example, this morning? Why was I shouting at her? Why was I shouting at maybe somebody else? A matatu driver just almost ran into your car. He ran away, he went away. But your whole day got spoiled. You are still cussing the guy. You are still getting angry. Nothing happened to your car. But then you think, what? Oh, my car would have been hit and all that. But you look at the car, not in a scratch. But you are so angry. That same anger you carry throughout the office. That same anger you carry in the restaurant. Maybe you're going to eat, then you're blasting at the waiter. The same anger you're carrying at home back.
Mm.
And you're so frustrated, then sleep doesn't come because all your chakras go a little crazy haywire.
Mm.
The next morning, you didn't have a great night. You're already not in a good mood.
Yeah.
That also hinders your sleep. It hinders your sex life. Yeah. How will you perform when you're angry? Tell me. For a woman or man. The hormones go crazy. People don't realize this, you see.
Mm.
If I take control of all my emotions, I'm able to handle them. I need to understand the why. You should ask, why did I get angry at that matatu? Because I was getting late for a meeting. That's why I was angry. Why were you getting angry? Because you're getting late for the meeting. Because I want to be on time. Why do you want to be on time? Because I want to impress the boss. Why do you want to impress the boss? Because I want to look better. Why do you want to look better? It goes down to your childhood. You're trying to prove yourself.
Interesting.
Anger was not at the matatu driver.
Mm.
It's a deep rooted pattern in your body.
And those are the patterns now we remove.
Yeah,
It's the
you
root
remove them, but
cause.
with awareness, because we also talk to the clients, and this is what we guide them. Why? You should ask
Oh.
yourself why. They always say, ask the 5 whys,
Oh, yeah.
and you
Yes.
should ask. And then when you get the bottom of it, then you realize, is it worth me spoiling my day because of some driver who was going to bang into my car, which didn't happen? I still reached in the meeting on time. Do I need to spoil my whole day because of a small incident, ruin my day? And ruin everybody else's day also because your vibration on the aura is sent to others. That's how you pick vibrations.
Yeah, we need to have a session where we talk about the aura and how it collects other people's energies and how you can give off energy. That's interesting.
Yeah, we will have another session on that, but it's part of this also
It's
if you
part
really
of the
look at it.
healing.
Yeah. So then there's another one, preventive healing. I'm talking to the audience because these are things which are neglected.
Mm.
You get me? And it actually says here forgiveness and loving kindness. How do I forgive? I don't know how to forgive. Some people say, I will forget. No, I will never forget. Will I forgive? Okay, maybe I forgive you, but I don't forget.
Yes.
Yes, the incident may remain with you, but the pain should not be associated with that incident. You need to learn to forgive. Maybe we'll do a session on forgiveness.
Should.
All right.
Mm.
And then proper human relationships is important. That's preventive healing. Oh my God, proper human relationships with everyone,
Mm.
including yourself.
Mm.
How can you say in the Lord's Prayer, it says, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy will be done, thy kingdom come. Hallowed be thy name, our Father who art in heaven. That means if my father, that means our father, that means we are all children of
Yeah.
God
We are all brothers and
and
sisters.
sisters, and you're hurting each other.
Mm. Nice.
That's why God says, what you do to others, you do to me. Jesus said no, in one of the chapters,
Yes.
what you do to others, you do to me. And what do you mean you do to you? Because I'm one with you.
Well, yeah.
Because Jesus had already achieved oneness. That's why when people are crucifying him, he did not curse them. Did you hear him cursing?
No, he said,
Yeah.
forgive them.
He said, Father, forgive them. They don't even know what they do. That is what is called forgiveness. That's proper relationships with humans because he didn't want to tie these energies with people who are like children, don't even know what they do. If your child today goes and breaks a glass by accident and he's a kid, you're not going to start hitting him and saying, why the hell did you do this? You're going to discipline him, just tell him, okay, be careful next time. He's a child. But if an adult does that, your reaction to that is completely, can't you see? Can't you do this? Can't you do this? Always this reaction comes in.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
So people are like children. Sometimes they don't know what they are doing.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to understand, where does this person come from? Why do they do what they do? Go back a little history. Understand what this person does. Why does he come to the office so angry? And then he throws his anger on all of us. Why should I be part of that? And why should I be a receiver? Well, let me bless this person. And maybe the person is really having a bad day at work because what happened at home.
Mm.
So, like there was a small video going on in the on TikTok rather, and that really taught me a little lesson. This child was coming to school every day late,
Mm.
and then the teacher takes a ruler and starts hitting. Every day
Yeah.
he was late,
Yeah.
15-20 minutes, and the teacher was always annoyed with him. The minute he came, the child would just put
Yeah.
his hand, and the teacher would beat him up. One day, the teacher accidentally was passing somewhere early in the morning, and he saw that this child had a disabled brother who he had to drop every day to the rehabilitation center, wherever it was, and before coming to school. And he was wheeling that child, his brother, on a wheelchair, you know, and he had to do that before he ran back to school. Now the teacher understood, oh my God, this is the reason this child is always, he has to do this duty. And sometimes it's not easy getting a disabled person on a wheelchair going to school, to disability school, before coming himself to school. That day, the teacher gave him the ruler and said, you hit me. I'm so sorry for causing you this injury. You get me? We don't know the story of other people. We think only I'm in problems, only I don't have money, only I don't have relationships, or only I am sick. People don't know what I feel. Look at the other side of the coin. Listen, understand.
Mm.
The minute you understand, you develop the art of listening, which we don't have.
Mm.
We're so impatient. Before somebody's talking, we want to answer. We don't listen, we don't understand. Human relationships cannot be empowered. That's what we call human relationships.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next one is proper livelihood. What is proper livelihood? This is preventive healing, my friends. This is, if we follow this, I believe things. Proper livelihood is making sure you're in an environment where you live properly. You're not in a stressful working relationship where you have to go to work at 6 a.m. in the morning and you come at 9 p.m. You're overworking.
Mm.
Where's the balance?
Mm.
Where is the balance?
Yeah.
Or you're sleeping in the morning and waking up at 12 noon to have breakfast. And you wonder why your life is like this. Why are you always tired and fatigued? Is this proper livelihood? Today, people spend time on phones at night. We go through this day to day. A husband and wife is in bed. Before, husband and wife in bed would talk. Now the husband is on the phone, the wife is on the phone. Where is the communication? Same thing with children. You take them to the restaurant. It's a me time. It's family time. Let's go. Everyone is on the phone. I'm sure you witnessed that in many,
Yes.
many restaurants.
Yes.
The children have their own phones. The parents have their own phones. Nobody's talking to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Phones are taking over the communication. That's why we have. Is that really livelihood? Is that relationship? That's where problems come in.
Mm.
A proper livelihood means taking care of yourself, not overworking, taking a moderate approach. Today, many people take holidays. After every 3 months of working, they'll take a weekend off. Go to Nevasha, just chill there. Go to Mombasa, chill at the beach. It's a good thing to do. If you can afford it, yes. If you can't afford it, then at least do day activities with your children.
Mm.
Go to Huru Park, maybe take a walk there. Show the children some libraries. Go to museum, which we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
Go to the orphanage, just show them the animals. Go to the park in there. We are so lucky we have a park in Nairobi. Come on.
Yeah.
Just take a drive there. Something like that. Just an outing and no phones.
Mm.
Just that will help. That's a moderate approach to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, it says self-pranic healing for stress. Do healing for your stress.
Mm.
Regularly, once a week, if you remove energies from your solar plexus chakra, if you know how to do them, just cleansing, removing, little techniques. Just this is what we do. It's mentally say, I'm removing all stress out of my solar plexus. I'm removing that. It really makes a huge difference because your chakras, your aura start rotating at the right speed.
Mm.
Preventive healing, next one, also means proper lifestyle, which we've already talked with livelihood.
Mm.
Yes. And also preventing pranic treatment. Before something comes to you, deal with it. And that's how cancer can be avoided, chronic illnesses can be avoided, a lot of other things can.
Mm.
It's right in this book. It's called Preventive Healing Protocol. Just follow this. You don't need to do even anything else.
Yeah.
Just these 6, 7 steps will change your whole life. So this is what we recommend to the patients. And treatment of cancer, treatment of hypertension, diabetes, leukemia, HIV,
HIV.
yes, has been treated with pranic healing. But they also need to go to the hospital. They also need to get medical attention. That has to go hand in hand. It's a two thing.
Yes.
People we've noticed who do both, their results are faster.
Mm.
But you have to believe, you have to have faith. Remember, I was talking about faith. If you don't have faith in energy healing, then it won't work. Because I can't see the invisible energy. I don't believe there's an aura, there's a chakra. Who sees air? We believe we are breathing oxygen. We are releasing carbon dioxide as we speak. There are millions of germs around us, in and out. How many of you can see them? Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
That's true.
We have a light here today in the studio. There's a light, the electricity, but I can't see electricity, but it's there.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the existence is not there. People who are more devotional, more spiritual, believe there is God. When
Mm.
did you see God?
That's true.
It's a faith. We know it's a belief because we know it's there. Because we believe this faith, we know inside deep in our heart there is a great creator. Just like that, pranic energy exists. Now, today, they've developed a Kirlian photography. The Russian scientist. So, even in the books, you've seen the photographs. So, they actually you just put your hands on a certain device and it picks the vibration of your invisible field.
Mm.
And interestingly, every person, that invisible field has an aura, it has a different color based on your character,
Oh,
how you are, your personality. So you
interesting.
can research aura photography, aura, it's today in the Google, you'll get it. The machines are available.
So you can check your aura
Yeah,
and
you
see.
just plug into
Interesting.
that machine in the computer, you touch the device, it picks up your hand vibrations, and then a picture comes of your aura.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I'll
we
do
have the
that.
machine, by the way, but it's just that it needs calibration. We need to do it.
Okay.
And that really gives a personality. It tells you, okay, aura is blue. What kind of personality do you stand? If your aura is blue, if your aura is green. In USA, I heard some companies insist bring a aura photography reading because it's available there. So then they understand your personality also.
Before they hire you.
Yeah, before they hire you. Some companies.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I think
but you
that
don't
should
need to do
happen.
that. You can just come to us and we scan you and tell you. Because
Yeah,
we scan the
that's true.
energies of the chakras. Because even if I want to employ somebody in my office, I need to check the energy of the chakras because I understand the chakras, so I know what personality is in the person. So when you change the condition of the chakra, you're changing the personality of the person. And the chakra tells you a lot about a person. You see, you can scan the chakra and say how much dynamic energy does this person have in his aura. Is this person honest? Is this person reliable? Certain chakras talk a lot of languages. It's not only about healing, it's also about understanding that the chakras talk about your personality. And what is inside you is there. So you can scan.
That's cool.
That's how we do spiritual practices. Now we come to spiritual
Series.
series. Uh, that's how we do spiritual practices because you're developing the skills in your life. You're able to do certain practices like spirituality. People think, okay, what is spirituality? It's doing meditation. It's not only meditation. Spirituality is about changing your character. Spirituality is about looking at your brother as a human being. Spirituality is oneness. This is what I will put it. I'm not against any religion. I come from a Muslim background. There's a Hindu religions, there Christianity, there is so many sects today, different religions. But God is one, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what spirituality is. Spirituality teaches you oneness. It doesn't teach you separation. And if everybody went and practiced oneness, we would have heaven on earth.
Yes.
Our teacher's goal and objective, his mission and vision is heaven on earth. How do I achieve heaven on earth? By practicing oneness. Yeah, today, if I look at the TV, the news is crazy. People are fighting. Why is this religion here? Why is this caste of the color skin people living in this society? Why is this and why is this that? I mean, there's no oneness. That's
Mm.
why there are fights, there are chaos over religions, over communities, over races. Over the years, we've gone through this.
That's why I guess we studied
The
this
achieving
book.
oneness with the higher soul. All
Yeah.
right. So this is one of the other topics which we discuss, and we also offer a workshop which is called Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul, Oneness with your Higher Self. This is a workshop which I will recommend everyone does. Even if you don't want to learn pranic healing, energy about healings, at least come and understand who you are.
Yeah.
Because when you understand who you are, oneness starts setting in. I'm not looking at each other as a different religion anymore. I don't look at my my family with an anger. I understand me and you, we are one.
Yeah.
We are all children of God. We come from the same essence of God.
Mm.
As a soul, we are one.
Mm.
So the physical body has been created by the ultimate supreme being for us to go through lessons, for us to understand different community communications, different aspects of life. But when your body dies, Miriam, and I think we both gone to many funerals and seen what the body is just body.
Mm.
You won't. If I die today, my name is Shahwana, and you hear Shahwana, oh, no more. You come to my funeral, you will not even address me as Shahwana. My name is even gone. We'll just, oh, we've come to pay respect to the body. Can we see the body? Can we bury the body? Can we cremate the body?
Mm.
What happened to the me inside, which kept the body alive?
It went somewhere.
That is what we call the soul. In the Sanskrit tradition, it's called Atma or the Jivatma. Yes,
Mm.
it's the soul which kept the body alive. It's time now for the body to die, not you.
So we never die.
No, not as a soul, because
Mm.
it comes from the essence of God. How can God die?
Mm.
So we are a light. So the soul is actually seen like a light. So my soul and your soul, Maria, and anybody else's soul looks alike. It's just a light of God.
Mm.
So how can we be different?
So where do people, maybe the question people would ask is, so where does that light go after the body
Yeah,
dies?
when the physical body dies, as we learn in our workshop, it moves to the next energy, which we call the astral level. This is called the emotional body or the emotional aura. The soul goes there. It's the subconscious level of the soul moves 100% there. By the way, that's what happens every night when you're sleeping anyway.
Mhm.
It's just that it doesn't move 100% to the emotional part. It's called the emotional body or the emotional aura or
Mm.
the astral body. It goes 100% there when the body dies.
Yeah.
But every night you die anyway. This
Mm.
is so you should not fear that that is going to be like that. Yes, because you're not aware where your body is. You're
Mm.
fast asleep. You don't know if you're sleeping on left side or right side or straight or whatever, or you're snoring or not snoring. You just have dreams and all that, but you're not conscious of what's happening until your body wakes up fully consciousness. And then you realize, oh, I'm in a room.
Mm.
Okay. But what happened at night when you're fast asleep? Unless something woke you up, this time you stirred and woke up. But your soul moved, part of it moved into the astral body and leaving the body breathing. And that's what we call astral traveling. Then it goes to the astral energy. But when the body dies fully, the soul moves to the astral body. So it's the soul which sees the body. It's the soul which sees the family. It's the soul which sees all his belongings there. And sometimes the soul, because it did not learn to detach, it was so attached to materialistic things, it was so attached to family and everything.
Mm.
Now it's stuck in that body because it wants to go back to the body. It doesn't want to go away to the light.
Mm.
Yes. And it's stuck in that's what we call people are stuck. The souls are stuck rather because they were so attached. That's why in the Christian art they say, please practice something we call cleansing of the energy. Yes.
Mm.
Or purgatory, something like that. They talk about it. And that's what they call it. So who are you? The soul is a Pentecostal fire. When in Christian Catholic there's a Pentecostal fire. Is you. And that's why in this book, if you see one of the images, drawn is of the church having Jesus sitting on, the disciples are all sitting. I think you've seen
On
that
the yeah,
picture.
on the night of Pentecost, there are flames that came
There are
and
flames on the head.
rested on
Yes,
their
yes,
heads.
absolutely. There are flames on the head, and that is what they call the Pentecostal fire.
Mm.
Yes, I think the images are in this book, describing this whole situation to us. So this is the
I
image
think
I was
it's
actually looking for.
oh
Yeah, remember this image?
yeah, it's in the cathedral
Yeah, it
in
is in the
Rome.
cathedral. The Pentecostal fire, which is the activated, uh, energy, which is this is what is actually called. It's in the cathedral, no? Basilica Saint Louis.
Yes.
Why would they have a painting like this?
So the flame is
The flame
who
is
you
you.
are.
That's the soul. You get me? There's a fire drone. It's a representation of the Kundalini. Yeah, and there's already a lotus flower growing there. It's your crown chakra. So there is a lot of symbolic teachings in here.
Mm.
So they're looking at the higher soul. This is me. This is who I am. And that's why when Moses asked God, "Who do I go and tell these people? Who am I?" And the answer came, "Go and tell them,
Yeah.
I am that I am. You're the flame. You are me. You're the essence."
Mm.
And it's written in the Bible. No? Jesus says,
Yes.
did I not say that you're all children of the gods, that you're all gods with a small g?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
That we all come from the essence of God. So if me and you, if you're essence of God, me and you as a soul, the body is a vehicle we are using to do certain tasks in this world. I'm born in a different religion. But I have a choice. I have a free will. That's why people come to a certain religion. They decide they want to change. It's because it's a free will. That's what their path is. They decide to do that. There's nothing wrong in that. And then the soul is a light.
Yeah.
If you and me, we are lights, then why are we fighting?
That's true.
Then why are we looking at each other in difference?
Mm.
Why are we feeling so angry and hatred towards each other? Why
Mm.
should that be even uh, s- a discussion? So that is what spirituality is. It guides you to understand in simple term, in one term, oneness.
Yeah.
So we have many series which make us understand. We have this Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul book. And of course, you can buy this book, is available. You can even just read it and understand and practice the meditations and other techniques shared in. But you can go to the religion, you can be spiritual. You can meditate 50 times a day. You can be in the church or mosque or temple throughout the day. But if you don't have character building, your progress is
Mm. Elaborate.
what is your character tells you. You cannot come out of a church and start abusing your maid. You cannot come out of a church and then not pay your bills. Lie about your lie to other people and say, I'll give you the check tomorrow, I'll pay you tomorrow. Yeah. You cannot go into a mosque or a temple, play, and then you're criticizing other people, other religions, other putting everyone else down. And you
Mm.
just pray to that one God which belongs to everyone. If the God was different, then the sun would be shining for different people. It doesn't do that. The sun rises for everyone.
Mm.
The rain comes for everyone. Yes?
Yeah.
The day and night comes for everyone. God doesn't choose. Why are you choosing? That is
Mm.
spiritual. So character building, Master Chua Kok Sui is very smart, by the way. So he divided the character building, the roadmap, into 5 zones.
Mm.
And he said 5 zones is what you follow. That's a roadmap. If you follow these 5 zones, your life is guaranteed to progress. So he divided into the 5 virtues. And then we will not discuss in detail, but the 5 virtues is practice loving kindness and non-injury in thoughts, words, and actions towards yourself and others. Yes.
Mm.
How do you practice? We guide you, we tell you the roadmap. When we do your classes, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's our job. That's what we teach. The second virtue, he says, practice generosity.
Mm.
They come in twos. You'll see a yin and a yang.
Yes.
Generosity and non
Stealing.
stealing. So practice generosity. Tithe. That's why they say you tithe. You tithe to the church, you tithe to your parents, you take care of the people. Because when you don't give, how are you able to receive? You see? And
Mm.
stealing does not get you good karma anyway.
That's
So you
true.
should never take anything that does not belong to you, because what you take it will be taken away. It's a simple law like this.
Mm.
So we'll talk about that in detail in our workshops. So generosity and non-stealing is the second virtue. The third virtue is honesty and non lying, accurate perception, correct expression, non falsehood. Don't indulge in superstitious beliefs and ideas. Don't be gullible. Don't have pride, because when you have pride, you look down at others. Practice honesty. Understand other people's viewpoints. Honesty to yourself is very important.
Mm.
Sometimes people lie because they don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
Some people lie because they don't want to be judged. But that lie can get you into a lot of issues.
Mm.
You get me?
Yeah.
So practice honesty as much as you can. What you say must be truth. What is coming out of your mouth must be truth, must be wholesome. And that's why Jesus said in one of the scriptures, the truth shall set you free. Why would he be using this? So think about it. If you say the truth, you're never going to be making excuses.
Mm.
You get me?
Yeah.
So try and to your 100% practice honesty, non lying, practice accurate perception, correct expression, meaning don't believe everything everyone is telling. Something written on the Facebook, something written on WhatsApp, something written on other articles, it doesn't mean it's true. Like
Mm.
even what I'm telling you, discernment, use the discernment. Come and read the books, experiment, then believe.
Mm.
And all our classes start with that. You get it. He
Yes.
always says, don't believe everything. Even the Lord Buddha said, don't believe everything. Validate information.
Mm.
That's accurate perception, correct expression. Validate.
Mm.
If somebody tells you the sky is falling, hey, come, the sky is falling. Just don't believe that person blindly. Open the door first. Put your hand outside slowly. If there's some blue things falling into your hand, then you know, oh yeah, the sky is falling. But otherwise, people just panic and then rumors come out and then you say, I'm sorry, it was just a rumor. Don't believe blindly.
Yeah.
That's accurate perception, correct expression, non falsehood.
Yeah.
That gives you intelligence. That gives you empowerment.
Mm.
It's divided into this class is divided into three categories. What is you and me going to develop as a human being? Divine light, love, and power. We'll talk about it later when we're doing this. So then the fourth virtue comes in. Yes, constancy of aim and effort and non-laziness. Yes.
Mm.
So imagine constancy of aim and effort. That means if you have to get up at 6, you get up at 6. No procrastination, no laziness, no excuse. I'm going to go to the gym today, you go to the gym. You force yourself. The body is sometimes saying, no, let's sleep. Say, no ways, I'm the boss. You remember you're the soul embedded into the physical body.
Oh yeah.
You have to remind yourself that I am going to go to the gym. I'm going to do this. If you're going to eat lunch and you see 5 chapatis in front of you and you have made a commitment to yourself that I'm only going to eat one because I'm taking care of my health, because it's important that I live longer and healthy and happier, I will eat one chapati, even if the temptation is to eat two, and you made a commitment to eat one, unakula moja, and you force yourself into that dietary, that
Mm.
is constancy of it. Don't put things away. Procrastination, get out of procrastination. Many people today procrastinate. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll ring my mother tomorrow. I'll call her tomorrow. I'm very busy. By the time you're calling your mother, sometimes it's too late. If you watch a series which came in the uh, Netflix, the
Minimalism.
minimalism. If you watch the person who started this that series, his history was this, because he realized he had so much wealth, he had so much money, he was going always on trips, having clothes and all that, and his mother died with cancer or something like that, and he was not there because he was too busy making money and busy in offices, and he turned around. It made him realize this materialistic things, I'm leaving it here.
Mm.
What important is my family, what is important is my time. And then because he was excessively working and excessively doing shoppings and excessively doing many things and not really taking care of his family and all that, um there was no balance in his life. Then he created that series, so people should live a minimal life. You don't need 1,000 blouses or something like that. If you read his history, if I'm right, that was what it was.
Yeah.
So that is what means constancy of aim and effort, not
Yeah.
laziness. Then the fifth virtue is moderation. Excessive. Are you doing everything excessive? Are you doing everything excessive?
Mm.
Are you doing everything in crazy mode? I mean, do you go with a shopping list in a shopping center, in a supermarket, and then you have 10 things on your list, but you end up buying 20? And then you wonder, where is my budget? I didn't budget. What do I do? And it's 15, then you're already broke. That's why many people don't have money. One of the reasons is because first they don't invest in the karmic bank. Karmic bank means learn to tithe. When you don't tithe, how will you receive?
Mm.
Get me?
Yes.
Then they don't have budgets and plans.
Yeah.
So my teacher says very easily, he says, please tithe 10%.
Yeah.
Divide your 10% tithing to your church, you belong to the mosque, you belong to your parents, to the people who need you. You know, it's not everything in one place. Yeah. Divide that 10%. And then 20% invest,
Mm.
savings, investments. Then 70% budget and spend. Budget and spend, not just spend. And if you do this formula for 3 years, you'll be wondering, wow, I should have done this earlier. When COVID hit, that's the time people realized, because many people lost their jobs. And people who had saved were the ones who were okay.
Mm.
And people who had not saved, they really went through a lot. And that is moderation and non excessiveness. You need to ask, look at your cupboard today. Do I need all those clothes? So, do I need all these 100 shoes? I know a friend of mine who has 120 pairs of shoes, and not just any shoes, they're designers.
Wow.
You know, one day she was showing me her cupboard, and I was very impressed with looking at the amazing shoes. And I was asking, when did you wear all of them? Some of them she's not even touched, the labels were still on.
Wow.
So it's this emotional. Again, we come back to emotions. Why are you buying so many things? What is the desire there? And then you realize it's low self image. Maybe somebody put you down. Maybe somebody made fun of your clothes or something. Now you feel, I need to have more. It's all emotional.
Mm.
It's all the psychological effects which have taken place when people do certain things in excessiveness. There is another element of mental, emotional things connected to it. So once you start focusing on these 5 areas of your life, that's character building. That's how you spiritually grow.
Mm.
So we give you techniques, and our beautiful program, which is coming next week, I'm hoping you're attending that also. We have a beautiful class called Arhatic Yoga, the synthesis of yoga. All the yogas are mixed in and makes it Arhatic Yoga. It's not an exercise the way you yoga. The yoga means, the word yoga means yug in Sanskrit. Yug means union. Union with what? Union with yourself.
Mm.
Union with God.
Mm.
The word actually yoga means that. So Aratic yoga is a combination of all the yogas. So hatha yoga is exercise. So you have to physically exercise, which is the importance we've learned in
Yes.
preventive healing. Then there is Gyan yoga. Gyan is reading, understanding. Gyan is studying, books, other religions, or having more skills in your body, in your programming, in your mind. So you're not just, like that. You're a smarter person.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
So that's a skill. That's
Mm.
reading, Gyan yoga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Then there's something which we call karma yoga, your obligation. Looking after your parents, looking after society, the community you are, the country we are in. That's karma yoga, giving back to the country, growing trees, looking after the orphans, maybe, building hospitals. If you have all the money in the world, why not do something good? That's karma yoga, your obligation. Then we have Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is for the people who are spiritual, who want to do something good for God. That's why the Hindu traditions, you see them, they have many, many gods, pictures, figures, and then they wash the gods and then they pray and do that. It's Bhakti, it's a devotion.
Yeah.
Muslims go 5 times a day to the prayer home. That's a devotion. That's Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah.
Christians go to Sundays to do the church. They read the Bible every night. That's Bhakti. That is devotion. Yes. Another way of doing devotion is twin hearts meditation. Combination of that, you're blessing the earth, you're blessing, that's devotion to the Supreme God, giving something back to the planet.
Yeah.
That is called Bhakti Yoga. And that's what you learn in Aratic Yoga,
Yeah.
And then there is also Raja Yoga. So there is a beautiful school of Raja Yoga. You must have seen in Parklands, and they do Raja Yoga. So Raja Yoga is the point of light where you connect to the Ajna chakra, which is, they also call it the intuition center or the third eye for some reason. And they give you certain meditations to develop your mind, to develop your intuition. That is called Raja Yoga. So we give the meditation on the higher soul, which is part of this book also. Remember this?
Yeah.
So the soul meditation is taught here. Remember, it's such a beautiful
It
meditation.
is.
So
Yeah.
you can connect, understand more, get download information more, develop your mind a bit.
Mm.
And why was it called Raja? Raja means king.
King.
Why was it given this name? Because in the ancient traditions, the kings were the wise ones. The kings were running kingdoms. So these meditations, it's also called the meditation of the blue pearl. You remember? It's to develop your pineal gland. There's a seed there called the blue pearl. The seed of consciousness is right there at your blue pearl at the pineal gland. Is to develop that quality in you so you mentally become stronger. You mentally have clarity. It's connected to clarity. It's connected to you knowing things more. It makes your intuition go more. The third eye, as people call it, awakens. So kings needed that to run kingdoms. So it was kept secret. All these meditations, these skills were kept secret.
Mm.
Certain breathing techniques. You've seen the yogis do this breathing technique.
Yeah.
This also is upgrade to your brain.
Pranayam.
Yeah, it cleanses your spine. It allows the, people talk about the Kundalini energy, which you can awaken.
Yeah.
It's part of this.
Interesting.
So you learn that. Then
Mm.
go back, you learn Kundalini, how
Mm.
to clean your channels. So your channels are purified. So you upgrade your brain. You're able to, when you do the meditations, there's a lot of peace which comes in, this clarity comes in, intuition comes in. That's why great teachers were developed. Yeah. And then we also have a meditation or Zen meditation. You've heard of Zen meditation or Dhyan, awareness meditation.
Mm.
And today we lack awareness.
Yeah.
And that is one of the reasons me and you and hundreds of human beings are in problems, because they lack something we call awareness.
Mm.
So this meditation allows you, remember we talked about the breathing, just be aware, be still, focus on your breath. So this meditation is called the Zen meditation or Dhyan meditation,
Mm.
which helps you create awareness. You're supposed to sit for 20 minutes. So just focusing on your breath, doing. And when you do that, and then you realize your senses start becoming aware.
Mm.
You're more aware of your thoughts. You're more aware of what's happening around you. Then, when you talk to people, what you're saying becomes a bit better in your approach. What you're thinking, your habitual pattern. Because today we don't have aware. Sometimes we are hurting other people so much and we don't know.
Mm.
I'm not aware until somebody brings to your attention. By the way, you did this, you did that. And that person goes back and says, I didn't realize my behavior was hurting this person.
Yeah.
Or I was hurting myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not aware. So Dhyan meditation helps. If everybody had Dhyan in their lives, we would be in a better position. It's like this. You can be driving. Remember the same road you take every day to work or to home?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're driving, and because you don't have awareness, you're just focused in doing whatever you're doing. You see a big, huge tree, and you start looking at that tree. I'm sure it's happened to many of the audiences will say yes. Where did this tree come from? How come I never noticed this? Or a house,
Yeah.
or
Happens
a
all the
board
time.
or something there. How come I never noticed it? But that's the road I take every day. Why? Lack of awareness. If you're not even aware of that, how will you be aware of other people's feelings who live around you? How do you know what your family is going through when you don't even have awareness? That's why in the Zen tradition, the Japanese tradition, and other Indian traditions, and in our ancient days, when they used to sit to eat, nobody used to talk. Now we talk, talk, talk. We've eaten excessively already. They said eat mindfulness. Even in the Islamic tradition, they say when you're eating, don't talk. And I used to wonder, why not? This is the family time, yes. But when they're eating, you have to be aware. You chew your food, you taste your food, you're aware of the food going into your body, the saliva is going. And it's almost like mindfulness. You're aware of what's happening.
Yeah.
What's happening in the body. And you know when the body says enough.
You know what's funny is that now people are being taught what you just said, and they have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to just do exactly what you said. Like there is a course in coaching that I do where I had to like train clients how to eat mindfully. Like exactly what you say, like listen, taste your food, just be present with your food. And that one cost them $1,000. So
Yeah,
that it's so
you can pay me
funny.
$1,000. No worry, I'm happy to guide you through this
Yeah.
technique. So that is a combination of all this becomes Aratic yoga.
Mm.
It's called the synthesis of Aratic yoga. The techniques are shared in the course in the 2 day workshop where we learn all this. And that's what spiritual series is. We also have, of course, other series where they talk about inner teachings of the Buddhism revealed. What did the Lord Buddha mean by the Eightfold Path, the Four Noble Truths? What does it mean? Scientifically, spiritually, what does it mean? So we talk about that. We also talk about inner teachings of Christianity revealed. What are certain symbols? What did Jesus mean when he said this? What, that. We also have inner teachings of Hinduism revealed. So people start to understand the Hinduism better. Some people have concept, oh, why do they light lamps? What does it really mean scientifically? What does it really do? Why do they wash their feet, for example? Even Jesus washed the feet. What is the significance of washing scientifically? What impact does it have? Even Muslims wash their feet. We do something called wuzu. What happens to your body? And when you have the skill of pranic healing, you're able to scan the chakra. And you realize the crown chakra becomes very big just by washing the feet. Why?
Really?
What happens? Because divine energy comes more. The grosser energies are usually in the feet. So by washing your feet, you're clearing the old energies out. That's why many people leave shoes outside and not enter the house with shoes. You get me? This is significant. This is science. Come on. It's all about science. Then we
Wow.
have teachings like the Kabbalistic tree of life and the Lord's Prayer. Understanding the Lord's Prayer associating with the chakras. A very beautiful meditation and a workshop. We also have another one which is called the Spiritual Essence of Man. And then we have mantra yoga, that is also part of Aratic yoga. Mantra yoga, what does the mantra Om mean? Which is also discussed in Achieving Oneness.
Mm.
And people say Om is, maybe a Hinduism word, and I shouldn't be reciting it. But the word Om, Amen, Amin, is used in every religion. It just means in the name of God, so be it. It's a vibration. So when I want to describe God and say God is present, in English, I would say God is omnipresent.
Present.
Yes? God is everywhere. What would I say? God is omnipresent.
Mm.
God is
Potent.
omnipotent. Even
Omniscient.
Omega. So all the words describing God begins with Om. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from omelette, of course, but everything else describing God begins with the word Om.
It's not a religious term.
It's not a religion term, but we don't understand it. And then if you come conclusion on the spiritual series, it's about oneness. That's all.
Mm.
Spirituality is about oneness. It's not about divisions. It's beyond religion. It's about me and you looking at each other as one.
Yeah.
Now, if everybody understands that, respects everybody's religions, respects everybody's cultures, we would definitely have heaven on earth. So that's my teacher wanted to create that awareness, and that's why the spiritual series was used. Right? So now we come to the third aspect, which is called the manifestation series, which everybody needs money.
Yes.
Yes, it's all about success, abundance, prosperity. We have 2 workshops in that, the spiritual business management, and no, 3 years actually, Kriya Shakti and Pranic Feng Shui. These are the 3 ones which we have, sitting in the right direction. I'll come to Feng Shui quickly. Sitting in the right direction, facing the right direction, having your beds facing the right direction, having the right opening of your doors and business and work changes.
Mm.
The right chi energy, as they say, comes in. North energy, west energy, south energy, east energy have a significance behind it. Yeah, so I've noticed one person was sitting in the wrong position. The business was not just flowing. Even I got a bit surprised. So my husband went there and he was looking at it. Why don't you just change your desk and face the other way? The guy changed the face the other way. After a month, his business started booming. And I was thinking, wow, just changing the desk would bring so much because he sat in the right direction.
Yeah. Facing
But
the door.
having said all this, don't believe everything I'm saying. But having said all this, if you have good karma, If you have good karma, you can be sitting in all this wrong directions and all that, and still you'll be.
Oh, okay.
Get me? So create good karma. End of the day, do what you want, do to others what you want to yourself. That is karma.
Hmm.
Golden rule in the Bible. Do not do unto others what you do not want others to do.
Yeah.
It's a simple logical explanation.
Hmm.
That's all what we are saying. It's simple, my friends. Nothing complicated. That's how you generate good karma.
Yeah.
Plant the right seeds, harvest the right seeds. If you plant hate, you're going to harvest hate. If you're going to plant, stealing, what is going to come back to you? That's why character building plays a huge role in karma generation.
Yeah.
So that's why feng shui works. It does because I've tried it. Wrong colors make a difference. I was in the room of a person. The couple were fighting. Just giving an example how feng shui changes things. It's also about the colors in your rooms and stuff like that. And she was doing a session with me, and for some reason she was on the Zoom call and sitting in the bedroom. And she said, my husband is always fighting. He's every angry. He's arrogant. Is this? Even I'm fighting with. I feel terrible. I said, most of your fighting takes where? In the bedroom. Because the mother-in-law is in the sitting room and whatever living areas. So they normally have it. When I looked around her room, her whole room, apart from one wall, everything was painted red, a bright red. Then she had her bedroom bed sheets red, cushions red. So red color can sometimes change the energy of your chakras also, and it's too much of red in a room is aggressiveness. And I told her, why don't you change this to a subtler light green and blues? You'll see a change happen. I don't know if she did, she'd never come back to me, but I knew one of the causes could be that.
Hmm.
I'm not saying it's the cause,
Yes.
but it's one of the things to agree.
Hmm.
On the other hand, there was another child who was emotional all the time, crying, 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 so emotional, so petty, small things you tell her. She's so sensitive. The mother was saying, I don't know why my baby is like this. Go in the room, everything is pink. Today we have this theory, put everything blue for boys, green, yellow, something like that. The whole her bedsheet were pink, her curtains were pink, her floor mat was pink, her toys everywhere was pink, 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 pink. It's good. Pink is good. It's peace energy. It's loving energy. But too much love also makes person very sensitive. You need to
Wow.
change. You need to bring a little bit of blue there or green there, match, something like that. I'm just giving an example that
Yeah.
these are things which you learn in Pranic Feng Shui.
Hmm.
All right. And then you come to the other class, which we call spiritual business management. Business management, how to manage a business using spiritual principles. One of them we've shared is Twin Hearts meditation, character building, and we also work with the Kabbalistic tree of cycle of chart. So you know your birth date, you know your business birth date, work on the cycles, the moon cycle, the Venus cycle, the Saturn cycle, the Pluto cycle, Mars cycle. What is the right way? When should you invest? When should you do that? Very good for even housewives, so they can know when they, some people want to know when should I get married, when is the right date for me to get married.
Hmm.
So you if you know this principle, you look at the chart which is given to you in the workshop, and you work. And people who use principle of business, spiritual business management in their businesses have become very successful. We have many testimonials from businesses. Yeah. And we also do business healing, by the way. Yeah, changing the energy of that. And then the last one we'll talk about is Kriya Shakti. Kriya is a ritual. Shakti is power.
Hmm.
So you learn the Kriya Shakti to bring prosperity in your life. How do you change your old patterns? What do you do? How do you write a wish, for example? Many people don't know. And how many days should you be writing that wish to allow it to manifest? So it's like, how do I call it? Attraction. How do you attract things? In what way and all that? So this workshop is all about that. So pranic healing has a lot to offer, but take your day as it comes. So I've sort of elaborated in a summary form.
Hmm.
So you can manifest your greatness, I would say, spiritually, financially. You can manifest anything.
Yeah. Wow. I really wanted I think we'll have to section this also into series because like especially the spiritual business management. I'd like to learn more about it, even if like before the workshop
We will be having the workshop hopefully next
next year.
with Feng Shui.
So that people can, because there's something you were telling me off camera about like the birthday of the 52 days and the birthday of the
Yeah, you see, there are 365 days. If you divide them into 7, what do you get? 50.
52.
Yeah. So every there's 7 cycles in a year,
Mm.
which you can work around things like if you want to change your house, which cycle is good for you? This is the right cycle to go through. If you want to marry, your husband or your wife, you should be in the right date so things work better. You want to start a new business, you want to ask for favors, which is the right cycle for you. It's the right time for you to sign certain documents. Legal action can be taken in that cycle. It's called the Kabbalistic cycle chart. We use that in spiritual business management, and you're taught. Yeah, there's a lot of things which you learn in spiritual
There's so
business
much.
management. There's so much, honestly. I've done almost all the classes, but it's all about practicing.
Mm.
Learning is good, but if you don't practice, nothing really um, makes sense. By the way, we also have a class called Higher Clairvoyance, where
Mm.
you can become clairvoyant. There's techniques given. When you learn Aratic yoga in high levels, that class becomes open to you. We also have something called sexual alchemy, which couples normally do to understand their sexual energies and all that. But that's taught later, very, very later, if you want to go into that path and combine your energy and all that.
Interesting.
There are a lot of things offered in Pranic.
Yeah.
Master Choa was very, very smart. In his short span of his life, he had actually developed these workshops, given a lot to the world back because he said everybody needs to know this now.
I feel like we do. Because the little I've learned from just these books, and I haven't even finished reading all of them, has opened my mind up so much. I look at life so differently. I have so much more clarity. So yeah, I'd honestly believe that everyone should take these classes if you feel called to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all about a calling. I mean, and it's all about faith. And remember one thing, it's not a religion, it's not a sect, it's a way of.
Mm. Yeah.
So positive life transformation comes when a person is aware about changing lifestyles and what they want.
I had a question. Can this be a source of employment for people? Because I keep seeing how many people don't have jobs. People keep complaining that they don't have jobs. Can this be something that someone can study and make a living out of it?
The answer is yes. That's how I live.
Yeah.
That's my job. So I teach, and I also take clients who want healings. And of course, there's a payment involved because I'm going to spend 1.5 hours with the client. So yeah, you can become a professional healer. You can become a professional trainer, and it becomes a livelihood.
Mm. And final question, or just something to tell the audience about the healing camp
Okay.
that
Oh
you
yeah,
offer.
we have a monthly healing camp which comes in every month. We do it on different dates, but mostly on a Saturday. And once a month, we offer free healing. And 2 hours, some of us, like myself, Miriam, and other healers who have done pranic healing, come there and just, like which I was talking to you about, cleansing your energy centers, cleansing your chakras, your auras, so you can have a more balance, you can feel peaceful and experience it firsthand and learn a little bit more. So we are situated at Third Parklands, PRV Center, Unit 12B1. You can come and visit us. We are also in Mombasa. So we have 3 centers in Mombasa. The Mombasa centers, one is in Kizingo, one is in Nyali, one is in Tanjung. We also have centers in Dar es Salaam. Dar es Salaam is Umoja Wellness Sanctuary. Yes, Makati area. You can go and visit there because we have one of the centers there. We also have centers in Arusha. Arusha is located in Sables, and we also have a center in Osaka. There's a doctor called Dr. Anna Maria and Luring, and she runs the dispensary of the dentist in. I'm not too sure of the location. I can check, and she also has a center there. And apart from that, we are in West Africa. We have many centers in Ghana, Togo, Benin, Senegal, and other Ivory Coast, and Morocco, by the way, and North Africa. Yes, and we have centers there also. And pranic healing is progressing, like I said, in 150 countries.
Mm.
So anywhere you are, you just go and see us.
Yeah. And learn.
Yeah. And learn if you want to, or just experience. If you just want a healing, some people don't want to learn. By the way, we also offer online sessions, which is called self healing. Maybe I'll organize one with you. But it's an online session, so people have to come online, and we offer a 1.5 day workshop on self healing tips. We teach only self healing. If you just want to do it for yourself and you don't want to do it for anybody else. Yeah. And that is open to Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia. It's open to East Africa region, Zambia.
Mm.
If anybody is interested in self healing only, we also teach that, but it's online.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's even better. Online is better.
Yeah, no, I like physical classes, but online some people can't make
Can't
it. I
make
know
it.
that. So we can divide the session into 3 days, and maybe do a 4 hour session for 3 days. Or if somebody's okay, just we run the whole day, 1.5 days, and it's all about self.
And it's any ailment?
Any ailment, they just learn how to heal themselves.
Okay.
It's a program designed for healing thyself. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Anything else you'd like to add? Or
No,
we
but
can call it.
just manifest your greatness. Take care of yourself, my friend.
Yeah.
Health is wealth. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. Thank you so much for elaborating and teaching us so much. I keep learning something. There's always something in Pranic to learn. But thank you so much for gracing us.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, and we will do other sessions because there is so much more to learn.
I can sit here the whole day.
So thank you so much, dear audience, for joining us. I hope you've learned something. I hope you're going to take up Pranic either for the experience or learn how to heal your family, your friends. And I can tell you for free, because I've experienced it. It is magical. It is transformational. It is one thing I never knew I needed. So thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, goodbye.